You think you know what your dog is telling you? You're reading maybe half of it, and the half you're missing isn't the subtle stuff. It's the signals right in front of you every single day that almost everyone gets wrong. The wagging tail, the guilty look, the shake after a vet visit. You've been interpreting all of it through a human lens, and it's costing you a real read on how your dog actually feels. We're going through the most commonly misread signals in dog body language, what they actually mean, and what to look for instead. I believed most of these myself before I dug into the research. One more thing before we get into it, the last signal on this list is the one almost nobody knows about, and once you see it, you'll start noticing it constantly. Let's start with the one that trips up basically everyone. Dog body language has to be read as a whole, not by a single signal, and the single signal most people rely on is the wagging tail. Here's the problem with that. A wagging tail doesn't automatically mean a dog is happy. It signals emotional arousal, which can range from excitement to tension. The tail is the needle on the gauge. It tells you something's happening. It doesn't tell you what. What you actually want to look at is the quality of the wag. A loose, wide wag at a neutral height usually reflects a relaxed state, while a high, stiff wag can indicate alertness or discomfort. Speed matters too. A frantic, tight wag on a stiff body is a completely different message than a slow, lazy wag on a wiggly, relaxed dog, even though both look like wagging from 5 feet away. And here's the part that genuinely surprised me. The direction of the wag isn't random. Research found that dogs wag to the right when they feel positive emotions, upon seeing their owners, for instance, and to the left when they feel negative emotions. The responses are a result of the differing roles played by the left and right hemispheres of a dog's brain, the same kind of lateralization we see in humans. When dogs saw another dog wagging to the left, their heart rates picked up and they began to look anxious. When they saw a dog wagging to the right, they stayed perfectly relaxed. So next time you see a tail going, don't just clock the wag. Check the height, the looseness, and which direction it's leaning. That's the actual read. Now the guilty look, this one is deeply wired into how we relate to our dogs, and it's almost entirely wrong. Your dog knocks over the trash. You walk in, see the mess, and immediately your dog drops their head, flattens their ears, and gives you those big, soft eyes. Guilt, right? They know what they did. They don't. That look isn't about what happened while you were gone. What your dog is actually doing is reading you, your posture, your tone, the tension in your face, and responding to that with submission. It's a conflict avoidance response, not a confession. And here's the kicker, it happens whether or not your dog actually did anything. If you come home and look tense, and the trash is perfectly fine, you'll still get the look. Because the look is about your energy in that moment, not their actions before it. Next time you see it, ask yourself, am I the one who just changed the energy in the room? Okay, so we've covered the tail and the face. But there's a set of signals that happen before any of that. Signals that show up right before a dog escalates, and most owners miss them entirely. This is the stuff that matters most for safety, and it's the least taught. The first one is whale eye. That's when a dog turns their head slightly away but keeps their eyes locked on something, and you can see the whites on the outer edge of their eye. It looks almost sideways, almost uncomfortable. That's exactly what it is. It's a stress signal, and it frequently shows up seconds before a growl or a snap. Dogs that seem to jump right to snapping or biting usually do so because signals like this one got ignored, misread, or punished long before it got that far. Right alongside that is lip tension. Tight, slightly pulled lips, not a full snarl, just a subtle tension around the mouth, is a dog communicating discomfort before they have to get louder about it. This is why he gave no warning. Bites almost always did have a warning. It just wasn't vocal. And then there's the yawn, not the tired yawn, the out-of-context yawn. Your dog yawns during a vet exam, or in a new environment, or in the middle of training. That's not boredom. That's a calming signal, your dog trying to regulate the same way you might take a slow breath when you're stressed. It gets mislabeled as sleepiness constantly, and it's one of the most reliable early stress indicators you can learn to spot. Next time you see any of these three, the sideways eye, the lip tension, the out-of-place yawn, that's your dog asking for space before they have to ask louder. Now, hackles. Most people think raised fur along a dog's back means one thing, aggression. It's more complicated than that. Piloerection, that's the technical term for when the fur stands up along the spine, isn't a single signal. Where it raises actually shifts the meaning. Fur raised near the shoulders tends to signal high arousal or alert focus. Fur raised near the base of the tail leans more toward uncertainty or defensiveness. Full spine piloerection is closer to genuine threat mode. None of these automatically mean this dog is about to bite you. They all mean this dog is highly activated right now, and the rest of the body tells you which direction that's going. And then there's the raised paw, that single paw lift that makes for a great photo. It's not posing. It's a freeze and assess moment, the dog's body literally pausing mid-decision before it commits to approach, retreat, or ignore something. It's uncertainty made physical, worth noticing. People are actually pretty good at reading happy dogs. It's the fearful and stressed signals where accuracy falls apart, which means the moments your dog most needs you to understand them are exactly the moments you're least likely to catch it. Okay, the last one. The one I promised you earlier. Your dog just had a stressful moment, a tense greeting with another dog, a vet visit, a loud noise, and then they shake, full body, head to tail, like they just got out of a pool. You probably laughed. Maybe you filmed it. That shake is an emotional reset. It's your dog physically releasing built-up tension, the canine equivalent of exhaling after holding your breath. It's not random, and it's not them being goofy. It almost always follows a moment of stress or overstimulation. Similarly, if a dog in an uncomfortable situation turns their back on you or another dog, that's not rudeness. In dog-to-dog communication, turning away and presenting your back is a de-escalation signal. It means, I'm not a threat, I'm stepping back from this. Most people read it as disinterest. It's actually the opposite. It's your dog actively trying to keep the peace. And the eyes carry more than most people realize. Pupil dilation and eyelid shape are treated in behavioral research as primary indicators of nervous system arousal. A dog's eyes can betray stress even while the rest of its body looks completely calm. If the eyes look wide, hard, or glassy in a situation that seems fine on the surface, trust the eyes. So here's where we landed. The wagging tail means activated, not happy. Check the direction, the height, and the looseness. The guilty look is a response to you, not a confession. Whale eye, lip tension, and out-of-context yawning are early warning signals that almost always get missed. Hackles tell you intensity, not intent. A raised paw is a pause, not a pose, and the full body shake after a hard moment. That's your dog resetting, not goofing around. You started this video reading maybe half your dog's signals. You're leaving it reading a lot more than that. If any of this made you rethink a moment you've had with your dog, drop it in the comments. I genuinely want to know which one hit differently for you. And next time your dog does any of this, the wag, the look, the shake, you'll actually know what it means. That's the whole point. Not more information, just a better read.